A few weeks ago, I discussed how James Corden's rudeness was coming to light. In the past, he had been criticized several times for his harsh behavior towards others, especially other celebrities. Now though, he was under fire for treating the waitstaff at a restaurant so poorly that their owner banned him temporarily. And this is not the only thing that he's recently been criticized for. So, we'll discuss everything. Even as recently as 5 days ago, he was still going back and forth with the restaurant owner and recounting the story in so many different ways, that the owner just has no idea how to feel about James. Therefore, Keith, the owner of multiple New York City restaurants, turned to Instagram to describe not one, but two instances in which James had dined and been disrespectful to the waitstaff at his place. In October, he posted a lengthy Instagram post with two separate reports. The story went viral, and suddenly, everyone was talking about a little bit of egg yolk and an egg white omelet, as well as the commotion that James allegedly caused at the restaurant. As a result of Keith's Instagram post, James was banned from dining at his restaurant again. James Corden called me and apologized passionately. I really believed in second chances, having messed up more than most people. Therefore, if James Corden allows me to host his Late Late Show for 9 months, I will instantly lift his ban from all my shows. Balthazar number, obviously not. Bob Lazar, in particular, does not deserve to be banned from anywhere, as he was kind enough to apologize to a slacker like me and my crew. All is forgiven, so return to the 5 and dime. James did an interview with the New York Times in which he was probed about the matter, and it appeared as though he was retracting his apologies to Keith. It was stated in the article's title that James Corden would prefer not to discuss this online. He was quoted as calling the situation absurd, claiming he did nothing wrong to the waitstaff that day, and making a remark that suggested that he felt it was unjust. He was ridiculed so publicly. When customers constantly complain about restaurants, Keith was really disturbed after reading the story and hearing what James had to say, particularly because James had already apologized to him. So he posted on Instagram that he should be placed in a restaurant's teacup. I have no desire to kick the down man, especially one worth $100 million. But when James Corden declared in yesterday's New York Times, "God, I've done nothing wrong," he had not done anything wrong, whether he was joking or denying being hostile to my servers. Corden's inference was that he did not do it. However, I was not present at the occurrence. I wish James Corden could live up to his illustrious initials and tell the truth, as did many of my restaurant's floor personnel who had nothing to gain by lying. If this incredibly gifted actor wishes to regain the respect of all 4 of his followers prior to this occurrence, he must at least acknowledge his error. If he goes one step further and apologizes to the 2 servers he insulted, I will allow him to eat for free in the office or for the next decade. James eventually addressed the restaurant's controversy on his late night talk show. He said that he had made a harsh remark to the server, admitted he was in the wrong, and expressed that he was sorry for his actions, and Keith responded positively to James discussing it on his show. He said the last words. James Corden very sweetly apologized for his outburst against Balthazar on his television show last night. It takes a true man to accomplish this. I've done far worse than Corden in the past, but I was not man enough to apologize. I'm gonna lift Corden's ban and place one on myself. Instead, I'm gonna ban myself from workplaces of people who live in glass houses for 2 weeks. You'd think that would have been the end of it. James stated last week in an interview with the London Times that he was not rude to the waitstaff. So we're communicating back and forth with James. Did he make a mistake? Did he not? Did he feel regretful? Does he feel like he's done something? Did he commit a crime? The story is told in a never-ending circle by him, and it is exactly what has gotten him into such a mess. Because if he didn't answer any more questions about this situation or just continued saying, I'm sorry, that would have been problematic. I'm so sorry. I believe the situation would have resolved itself had he not continued to answer inquiries about it. This only makes matters worse for him. So good. The London Times published a piece titled, James Corden, No One Tells You How to Handle Stardom. They disclosed, the actor James Corden has defended himself against allegations that he was aggressive to waiters at a New York restaurant, telling the Times that he only took issue with a service member in order to protect his wife from a deadly allergen.